Hello guys and girls, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so excited to be back. I haven't put out a video in a very long time. I haven't put out content like this, and that is why I'm back with this one today. I hope you have fun, I hope you enjoy. And as you can already tell by the title, why you keep losing funded accounts and how to keep your funded accounts. Now, one of the major reasons why traders lose their funded accounts is because, all right, I'll just say that after the intro and disclaimer rolls. But what we're going to do while the intro and disclaimer rolls, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel. It tells YouTube that you love what we're doing and that, of course, our content is valuable to you, so it helps with the algorithm. So please, while the intro and disclaimer rolls, like the video, subscribe to our channel, and I'll tell you why you keep losing funded accounts right after the intro. Now, as you can already tell by the way I'm dressed and of course by the background behind me, I'm actually relaxed. I'm in Abuja and today is my last day in Abuja. So, I'm just making this video before we take off tomorrow morning and head back to Lagos. And I want to quickly bring this valuable lesson to you today. Now, I told you I did make a video last time how I lost my funded account. And of course, as a person who has gotten funded, gotten unfunded, and then of course gotten funded again, I can tell you from a very, very clear mental standpoint and from an experience-based, from something that is from experience, why you keep losing your funded account. And now, the interesting thing is that a lot of traders are actually very good traders. You actually know how to trade. You know how to, you just know what to do. You know your skill, you have your plan, you have your setups, you know the things that you look out for. But then you just keep losing that funded account. And the very simple answer is this: infatuations. Now, when you have a funded account, let's say for instance, depending on where you are in the world, for instance, if you live in Nigeria here and you're just trying to have an average income, have an income that is bigger than what most people might have. If you have a $10,000 account and you make 10% on that a month, that's $750 to your pocket, maybe 450,000 naira, depending on whatever the exchange rate is as at the time of recording this video and as at the time you're watching it. So there's an income that's better than what most people might have within the country. But then you have, let's say for instance, you go for a six-figure account, you go for 50K account, you go for 100K, 200K, whatever the case might be. And then when you go for accounts like that, you begin to infatuate what you can do with it, how much you can make. You're already making this money and spending this money even before you've placed the trade. Now, where that becomes a problem for you is that the moment you have that at the back of your mind, you're thinking about money, and your mind is now money-based and no longer process-based. You've moved from your process to the outcome, and you're not just thinking about, okay, what is my process? What is my routine? When I wake up, what do I do? What are the setups do I look for? What sessions do I trade? What sessions do I not trade? What pairs do I trade? What pairs do I not trade? And all of those kind of things. The entire process that made you a profitable trader in the first place and gave you enough guts to go for the funding in the first place. So if you begin to deviate from that and you're now thinking in the direction of, oh, how much money can I make? If I have a 100K account, I could easily make 10% a month, that's 10K, and then I go home with 75% of that if you're on MFF, or you could go home with 80% of that, that's 8K if you're on my Forex, if you're on FTMO or the funded trader, depending on the prop firm you trade or the platform you're on. You're infatuated with all those profits. You're spending the money. You're thinking of the vacations. You're thinking about how your lifestyle can change, and all of those things. The moment you do that, it becomes very, very difficult to manage your emotions and manage yourself when you are trading. And that is where you begin to see the over risking. That is when you begin to take trades that are not in your plan, because the truth of the matter is that the market will not always give you what you want, and this is a reality you want to accept. You're not always going to get what you want from the market. That is why we have stop losses. If the market always gave us what we wanted, there won't be need for any stop loss. The moment you place a trade, you just wait for the profit, and that's how it works. But then the infatuations are really, really the major problem that traders are having. You don't focus on the things that got you profitable. All you're thinking about is just how you're going to make the money, how you're going to make money and keep money and all of those things. And then you begin to deviate from the plan. So getting infatuated with the account size, with the potential profit, is the biggest problem that I've seen with traders who have funding in the account. And of course, you have money problems, you have this problem and that problem, and you're trying to take that money problem and force it onto the market. That is a very, very big problem. There is no way you're going to keep your funded account with that, irrespective of how you trade. Now, there are different strategies out there, different strategies. Now, that takes me to the next lesson, which is improper learning. There are so many strategies out there. I remember personally when I got started, I wanted to, I love the Falcon style of trading. That's Falcon FX. I love how they trade. I love the trend lines because being a graphic designer and a very visual person, it resonated with me. I love the idea of, okay, drawing this trend line, drawing that trend line. And that goes back to something Mark said in his most recent video where, you don't know the stuff of that strategy. You're not learning from them. You're not learning the right things. And then you're trading the strategy and you're like, oh, this thing doesn't work. The truth is a lot of things actually work. It is just the individual that is the problem. A lot of traders actually don't know the strategy they're trading. They've not been learned. They've not been schooled properly. They've not been taught properly. They've not taught themselves properly. If you are self-learning or something like that, because I'm self-taught before eventually I ran into ICT. So you just have to learn the proper things to do as a trader. And learning the proper things involves learning to manage your psychology, learning to manage the risk on the trade. Personally, there was a time I was trading with no stop losses, but right now I would never place a trade without a stop loss. Allow yourself to get stopped out. It makes a lot of sense for you to get stopped out of a trade. And if you get stopped out of a trade, it's not a problem. It's not a big deal. There's nothing wrong with that. We all get stopped out at one point or the other. So you have to learn the proper things and have the proper expectations from your system, from the account that you have, what that account can realistically give you. If it gives you an income, that's fine. If it gives you a monthly income, a weekly income, a daily income, that's fine. You don't have to get rich off the account. You're not trying to get rich off the account. And now the fastest way to actually lose a trading account is to try to get rich quick from the account. So recently I just passed multiple evaluations again. Passed another 20k, got another 10k, got another 20k. So just about merging that into one account. So now for me, where I live in the world, it makes a lot of sense to have that kind of account. I mean, I live above the means of most people here, so it makes a lot of sense for me to manage that and manage the expectation and not try to buy a Range Rover from not try to buy the most recent Range Rover from a 50k funded account. I mean, if you're trying to do that from a 500k account or from a 300k account and then you max that over time, if you don't have other problems to solve with money, it makes sense. But if you're trying to take a very huge huge money problem and compress it into a small account size or a funded account of $10,000, trust me, it's not a very large amount of money, or 20k, you're trying to take that and compress it into that, I can assure you, you're going to lose the account in no time. And another thing that I've also seen is traders who stack. I mean, personally, I used to stack, and stacking is, there are traders who stack successfully. I don't have anything against any method of trading that anyone uses, but the problem is when you do something that does not agree with a system of trading. When you're trading a prop firm account, you must reckon with the fact that it is not your personal account. On your personal account, the market could go against you by 5, 10%, 15%, whatever, how many percent, could go against you by that in a single drawdown, and then it comes back, it's still your money, it's still your account. But in a prop firm, especially when you're with a prop firm like my Forex Fund that is equity based and not balance based, it's a lot against you. If it goes against you by 5% in a single day, that is a very, very huge problem for you, and you get to lose the account. I don't care who you are. It just doesn't matter how good you've been trading. You could be very good and still lose funded accounts. So the idea behind this whole thing is learning to manage your expectations from your funded accounts, knowing fully well that it's a job that can be lost. It's a job, whether you like it or not, it's a job, it can be lost. Managing your expectations with a funded account. Aside managing your expectations, you also want to be able to learn the right things that you're supposed to learn and stay with a consistent risk management plan. That is the only way you can actually survive this. And trust me, I've taken multiple evaluations this time around as a trader, and then all these evaluations that I've taken, I've actually taken this same advice and given this same thing that I've given and applied it to all of those things. It's not like I didn't see drawdowns along the way. I saw drawdowns along the way. I saw some drawdowns. I saw losses along the way. But it was being able to stay with a risk management plan of 1% per trade, highest and maxing out 2% on a single trade, and then not making sure I'm not trading multiple times a day. The moment I lose that 2% or 1%, I'm out. I'm done for the day. I'm coming back with a fresh 5% drawdown the following day. So it is the ability to stay within the confines of risk management and the risk management plan, and of course a trading plan, that is going to give you longevity in this game. The moment you're funded, that's not it. We celebrate getting funded because of the potentials of what is actually ahead. Yes, those things are there, the potentials are there. You could really make money from it. You could really, really make a living for yourself and for your family from that funded account. But it makes a lot of sense for you as a trader to be realistic with those expectations, reckoning with the fact that there are months where you will not make money. You don't make money every month. There are months where you could have a bad week today, you have a bad week next week, you could have a bad day. Anything can happen, and you must reckon with these things. I'm not trying to force trades on the market and and all those kind of things. Right now, on my funded account, I'm up about 2%, and being up 2%, I mean, if it was before, you could be up about 2%, I could be up about 2%, and then the next thing, I'm messing it up, and then I'm getting excited, I'm trying to like max out, I'm trying to go big on the trade, or all those, kind of things that amateurs do. But these days, hell no, there's no way I'm going to do that. I'm up 2%, I'm up 10%, I'm up 5%, whatever percent I'm up, the risk stays the same. The risk is 1 or 2% per trade. At this level, now that I'm funded, it doesn't exceed 1% per trade. And there is actually one of the things that happens within the smart money space where you see traders who are, entering with 0.25% risk on their account. That is what a lot of traders do. Of course, smart money traders, they enter with 0.25%, and then the stop loss is like 2 pips or 3 pips or 4 pips. And personally, I don't like stop losses that are that tight. I'd rather have a 10 or 15, 20 pip stop loss and have my full 1% risk in the market than just going in with a very tiny 2% stop loss, and with a very tiny 2 pip or 3 pip stop loss, and then, expecting a miracle out of the market, and then expecting that the market is going to go in my direction or something like that, and then aiming for a 1 to 10, a 1 to this, or 1 to that. I'd rather just go with a full 1% risk on a 10, 15, 20, 30 pip stop loss to the max. I mean, it could be more than that depending on the pair you're trading. Have that in place, and then just make sure that the risk is the full 1%, and then I'm aiming for a minimum of a 1-to-1. And I can tell you, a 1-to-1 risk to reward is more powerful than you can tell. It's very good for your psychology. It strengthens your psychology as a trader and gives you enough mental strength to be able to hold further for bigger rewards within the market. So, I mean, this is just some of the things that I thought to bring to you today. Right now, I'm actually enjoying an evening out. here in Abuja. Today is my last day here. I'm going back to Lagos tomorrow, like I told you earlier in the video. But please, this very quick one is that, now you can actually become a member of our trading community. And every single trade I've taken over the past months that have led me to getting funded multiple times, I've called them out within the community. And now to be able to join that community, as you can see here on my hat, you can see Tickmill, right? You can see Tickmill here on my hat. So what that does for you is that if you join Tickmill and make a minimum deposit of $100, $200 in your account, we'll add you to our premium mentorship community, where you learn to trade exactly the way that we do, and you learn to trade why we trade and manage trades the way we manage trades, and see the same profits and results that we see as long as you're following our instructions. So this is no longer the era where you have to pay for the mentorship or you pay a certain amount of money. Just sign up with Tickmill. Doesn't really matter as long as you're a Nigerian here. You just sign up with tickmill.com. You can use our links in the description. You might not use our links, it's up to you, but just sign up with Tickmill. Send me your email as a message on WhatsApp or Telegram or anywhere. Just send me your email and say this is the email I registered with, and then we can actually help you to get started within our mentorship. So this is exactly some of the things. And trading professionally and trading with a prop firm is the fastest way to feed your personal account. So if you're generating, let's say 10% a month on your personal account, you could dedicate 20% of that to your personal account. And if you make 10 grand a month, let's say for instance you're very lucky, you make 10 grand a month, it's very possible anything can happen. Or you make 20 grand, you make 50, 30. We just saw the biggest prop firm payout of $500,000 on FTMO. So we just saw that. Very massive congratulations to whoever the trader is. These are the kind of things we like to see. So you can make that kind of huge winning and then take 20% of it and dedicate it to growing your personal account. So this is exactly some of the things that these are exactly some of the things that we like to see, and this is exactly a big way to feed your personal account. So you can feed your personal account on Tickmill and you also trade professionally on the prop firm that you love to trade for, and that's the best way to grow as a trader. So once again, I'll see you on the next episode. I'm so happy to be able to create videos like this again and create content like this again, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. Now, all the links to our platforms, Discord, please join us on Discord, join us on Telegram. All the links to those platforms will be in the description of this video. And if you have any questions, I'm always available on Telegram, I'm always available on Instagram. Shoot me a message on WhatsApp, I'll answer you. I'll get back to you as soon as I can, guys. So have a very wonderful evening now. Bye bye.